Another day, another sports and torts. It's been a busy week, Elliott, here.
Yeah, not much going on.
Not much going on here.
What? Not much going on here.
Wait a second.
Hello, your best guest you ever had in history. Okay, I'll be humble. I'll be humble.
It's the humble Lisa Marie Varon.
Very humble.
And if you don't recognize that name, try TNA Terra or WWE Victoria.
Or Impact Wrestling Terra, which is
Right.
we're called Impact Wrestling
It's
now.
no longer TNA. You need to come up with something alliterative with an I.
What do you
But
suggest?
I don't know. You may Impish Imogene instead of TNA Terra.
I don't, what?
Nah, that doesn't
Elliott.
work. That doesn't
Elliott.
work. That doesn't work.
As long as it's
Goodness.
not TNA.
Yeah, it was a blessing when the girls heard that we're changing our name because, of course, what TNA stands for in the normal world, which is total nonstop action. I know what you're thinking.
That's right.
But it was a blessing. But it is when you transition to a new name, Impact Wrestling. It's hard to transition and get people to change their habits. So, but I'm excited about it.
And you don't excite easily,
Not very much.
or very often.
Why did they change the name from TNA to Impact Wrestling?
That's a good question. I have no idea, but
You'd have- you'd
it has
have-
to be with Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff's idea. I really do believe that.
You'd have to ask Dixie
Dixie,
Carter.
yeah, that's
Not
a question
the actress.
for her.
There's a different Dixie Carter.
I think it's just because it's a new start, also.
Okay.
Dixie's
since
6
Hulk.
foot under right now.
This is a live Dixie Carter.
Yes, the wrong one. You just aged yourself too.
I'm going to really age myself because when I started watching women's wrestling, it was in the 80s with gorgeous women of wrestling, Glow.
Yes, and our favorite from that era was Ivory, who I got the pleasure to work with in WWE. She was from Glow, and huge fan. That's who I kind of, copied her style in the ring because we were so similar in personality as well. Have you met her before?
No, I haven't.
People say she's more crazy than I am, so that's kind of hard to believe.
Well, it's hard to believe that she could be more crazy than you are and still walking the streets. There are people who are institutionalized
Yes.
who fall into that category.
Yes, hey, the future. What's the future hold for me? I don't know.
Nothing but good stuff.
I hope so.
The
Yeah.
immediate future holds the National Sports Collectors Convention.
Yep, this Saturday.
Saturday, August 6th.
6th, 11:15 to 1:15. I will be there with
At the Rosemont Convention Center or the Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont.
Right.
Kurt Angle.
Ric Flair. Woo 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 woo. Yes, and a lot of guests. I think I'm not sure exactly
There's
what guests.
I think there's a couple
few more.
more.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
I was just over there yesterday for the VIP thing. It was interesting.
Was
over there.
it? Did you get good autographs?
I saw Bill Madlock there, a former baseball player, also Don Kessinger, but I saw some of the prices for the autographs.
I
They're getting
know!
nuts. Someone's, I think, $150 for Joe Montana.
I did see that. There was another one, 175. Someone was 175.
Wow.
Oh, it's just crazy.
Yours isn't that much?
I don't even know what. I think they're taking advantage of me. I'm local now. Local Chicago girl now.
Right. Welcome back to the area.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be back.
You're not in Kentucky anymore?
No, I'm free. I'm free.
We love the Kentucky guests.
They're a lot
I had
of
a
fun.
good time. I had a good time, but it was time to come back to the city. And of course, you guys know I'm opening a restaurant soon.
Where?
In north side of Chicago. And I will keep you guys posted on my website.
Is it going to have a name?
Yes, but if I tell you now, I'm going to have to shoot you or give you a headlock or slam you on this table, mister. It'll be a good surprise.
Everything that's being shot sounded pretty good to me.
I touched
don't
her
know,
belt
you
and just saw what you did to me before.
So that belt is one size fits all?
It's my size.
Oh.
Yes,
A
size.
very trim size.
Exactly. Thank you, Elliott. Thank you.
And when the other belt you're wearing, it's not bad either. with
No,
all
it's pretty
those-
blingy. It's pretty blingy.
Did you bedazzle that yourself?
No, I didn't. I bought it.
Dave's big on bedazzling.
I do like the bling, though. I must say,
Boy, very
But
coordinated.
I am. It's all about coordination. Coordinating. Excuse me.
Speaking of
Coordination.
coordinating, you started out like in the world of fitness, right?
I did. I was a fitness competitor back in the 90s. Got my pro card, an IFBB.
Yeah, that's
and
big time.
It was. I didn't compete at the pro level. It was getting a little bit too muscular, and I still wanted my femininity. And I was big
so you
as
went
it was.
into pro wrestling.
It was, it was a good transition.
wait
But
a
look how
second.
small and petite I am compared to old pictures of me. I was much bigger back in the day, and now I kind of slimmed down a little bit. Still muscular, but a little bit more feminine, I
So
think.
no MMA for you.
No, I just went to Strikeforce. You
there's
saw
been
that?
talk.
Yeah, I
There's been
know.
talk.
I was training for MMA, and Mickey James and I had a match, the steel cage match, and I tore my elbow.
Ouch.
And Tommy John surgery was they were going to tell me I needed Tommy John surgery, and I did rehab, but it's still not 100%. That's why I wrestle with the elbow brace, torn ACL, and if I would have started back in the day, maybe 10 years ago, I think I would have been, I think I would have been the champ right now.
If you've been injured at work, I know a good attorney.
Yeah, I know. Do you?
Workman's comp cases.
Yes.
Driving
yes.
too fast. David
What's his name?
Spada.
No, but I put on back burner, and I'm pretty happy doing what I do. Pro wrestling. I'm good at my craft. I'm very happy. I got to see the world, and I'm still kicking butt. Turning 40. Competing against these 20-year-olds, and I'm still top of my game.
Well,
So,
and I look at the guys, and I think by the time they get to the mid-30s, they're done
arthritis, your
Yeah.
back, your neck. Don't get me wrong. I wake up with little
for. Aches.
cringe, aches in your neck, but it's part of the business, and entertainment. Sports entertainment has a new meaning to me now. But anything for the fans, we kind of are crazy like that, and we push it to the limit.
You not only are in the ring, you're wearing the rings on your ears.
I'm telling you, I'm about the bling. I'm all about it.
But you can't have the bling in the ring, though. That's not her thing.
No bling in the ring. That's not your thing. I like that.
I like that
You're like
too,
Dr.
Elliott.
Seuss.
Yeah.
You are.
You be writing Dr. Seuss books now?
I got time. So,
We got all
What?
serious.
no, me? I hope not. How do you stay in shape?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, because the shape is primo.
I do have to work out every day, and I try to shock my body with different classes. But if you have been following me on Twitter and my reallisamarie.com,
and the eyes are lowercase.
it is because someone tried to steal they did a phony one of me, and they did the eyes as L's.
And there's
Very
and then there's
smart.
2 L's.
Yes.
It's real.
They're very, very, very crafty, those people. But what we were talking about, Elliott, you're throwing me off.
How to get
Oh,
working
how to
out.
stay in shape.
And all of a sudden you're on Twitter, your index fingers.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm a Twitteraholic.
I see.
I love it. It's an addiction. But I am going to be currently writing for Chicago Athlete Magazine. I believe my first article will be in November. We'll see. But it'll be talking about my workouts
Speaking
more in
of
depth.
Chicago athletes, you were in an athletic competition.
Undie Dash.
Yeah. Sadly, we don't have video of that.
Well, you can go to my site.
Oh, good.
You can. Yes, I have some footage of
and
that.
that site is?
RealLisaMarie.com.
Okay.
And
But the pictures I saw, you had
you know,
had like covering on.
I did not wear undies.
Wait a sec. Hold it. No undies?
Stop the press. I have young followers, and I don't think it would have been comfortable running in that. I'll be honest with you. I was wearing pretty much my ring gear.
Yeah.
A little bit longer shorts underneath, but 3 miles was a 5K, and I'm not a long distance runner. And they were saying, "Oh, you don't have to run. You can pass out water." I go, "Well, I wish you would have told me that beforehand. I already tweeted, Facebooked, and MySpace that I'm going to be participating in the run, so I had something to prove, But I completed it. Was in the middle of the crowd, and I'm pretty proud of myself. But it was super hard. But there were a lot of people in undies.
Hold it. What was super hard?
The race.
Oh.
The race, and maybe the fans. I don't know.
Well,
Or my biceps. What are you talking about, Elliott?
I have no idea.
Oh my goodness! What did I step into?
When I saw it was an underwear run, I was envisioning like Victoria's Secret. They should be
They
the
did.
sponsor.
They had some girls, and guys dressing up. Mostly. Do you
I don't
remember
wanna see-
underoos? Do you remember
Yeah,
underoos?
sure.
A lot of people dressed up in their underoos, and
Batman, Superman,
that was
Wonder Woman.
Yes, it was very popular, this one, and I wore pink because it was for Bright Pink.
Sure.
Organization, for cancer, getting education on cancer of ovarian and breast. And I wore pink representing, but a lot of people were expecting little bras and panties.
Yeah, that's what I would have.
Yeah, I know. But, I had a lot of kid followers.
Well,
What
you
you
don't
doing?
want to wear underwear. You get an undie grundy if you wrestle with underwear.
Absolutely.
You go,
That's
huh?
never comfortable.
I like your old nickname, Head bitch in charge.
Yeah, that was my first character in UPW in California. It was a school, and I was a secretary, was high and mighty, a lot of money, and I just came in when I needed to. I was new. I was really new, and it was a hard character for me to play because I'm pretty much of a nice person, if you guys get that impression. But it was fun. It was fun, honestly, and it was my introduction to be a Godfather hoe. You know?
Like that with the Godfather's hoe.
Yes, and it was it was just, that was my opening, my intro to wrestling, and my parents were not, they were like, what are they calling you? And I said, ho, it's slang for a party girl.
It's like ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I should have said that's a better one. But, they were like, what the heck are you getting yourself into? Because I was pre-med, wanting to go to medical school, and they're like, what are you doing? All this money in college we spent.
So you're not just a pretty face, you're pretty smart too.
Well, I like to think so. That's why I tell all my followers, a lot of kids are asking me, how do I become a wrestler or a diva or a knockout? And I'm always saying college also, because you never know how long you last in this. I'm very blessed and lucky that I have lasted 12 years in this business, but not very many of us do last that long. You always have to have a backup plan and,
so
use your brains.
After you open the restaurant, after the wrestling careers, then you go back to med school?
Well, what I used to do too is I used to procure eye and tissue, the cornea, heart, saphenous vein, bone for transplantation. So I did the removal of all this human tissue for transplantation.
This wasn't in the ring.
No, I didn't destroy. No.
This was a little.
I tore. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
This is.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Loma Linda University and UCLA, and I went to my first year was at a Riverside Community College. So, yeah, I went to a private school. Loma Linda University was a private Seventh-day Adventist, and so that was pretty. We had to live on campus. I was vegetarian. Because they don't eat meat.
You made a face when you said that.
Oh, I became fat when I was a vegetarian. It was like I was eating the carbs, the breads, the beans. And I was like, well, they have to know. Everybody here is pre-med or pre-dentistry, pre-nursing. They have to know about health. And I became not obese, but I was pretty hefty, the heaviest I've ever been, and without muscle. And then I told my parents, I can't do this. It's really strict at this school. I had to get permission to go home on the weekends, and I only lived 20 minutes away, and transferred to UCLA.
You had to get permission from your parents?
Yes, they had to call the dean.
We don't want her home this weekend, no.
Yeah. Thank God
like
they
Utah,
love me.
Sounds like Utah, Kentucky, kind of.
Okay, right? Yes.
I see you were on a
gosh.
TV show I used to watch. I probably was the only one who watched that show, VIP.
Yes, with Pamela Anderson. I arm wrestled Pamela Anderson, and gosh, she was so tiny and petite. That was
Not all of her.
yeah.
Oh, her arm. Maybe her arms were.
If you meet her in person, actually, she's really tiny.
I did meet her in person.
TV ad size.
She's very slim-hipped.
80 pounds,
top
I want to
heavy.
say. Yeah, top heavy.
I wonder how she doesn't fall over when she
I know,
walks.
like a weeble wobble.
Yeah.
So you arm wrestled her. Did you win or she won?
She won because one of her girls flicked a lime at my forehead, and it threw me off, and she pinned my arm.
That's your excuse?
I think I don't know if it's on YouTube. I don't know how you find that footage. You probably can help me
I'm
out.
sure a producer could go on YouTube
Yeah,
and find
Dave.
the video.
Yeah, help us out, Dave.
I
would
think
like
David
to see that.
probably has the whole series at home.
Does he?
On
Barry Irons Protection. There was the Italian girl on there, the
Yeah.
Russian girl.
Wow, you were a fan.
I was watching. I was dating my wife at the time. My mother-in-law looks at me and goes, why are you
What are you
watching this
watching
TNA?
Yeah. See, TNA.
Exactly. TNA always comes back.
It does. I'm so glad we changed our name. But
I'm so glad there's TNA.
yes. Oh my gosh, what am I working with?
I think you have a pretty good idea.
I think so.
Okay. Speaking of working with, who do you like to beat the most when you wrestle?
Gosh, that's kind of a not fair question. I had a lot of good bouts in my history, like Molly Holly. Of course, Trish Stratus was, her and I had no rules. You don't apologize. You just if blood happens, this is what we signed up for. Mickie James, we had a good feud in Impact, and we were so happy we got to show our showcase. We didn't really get to wrestle too much in WWE. It wasn't about us, But who else? Like, oh my gosh, Jackie Moore was my first match, and she's back now. My dream was to face Chyna, and she came back for a little bit, and now she's gone, and I'm so bummed about that. But I've had good matches. Who else is like? Oh my goodness, great girls I've worked with.
Yeah, I remember China from Playboy cover,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Look at this. This is why you work with him.
This is my point of reference.
Oh my God,
His
it
goal
is.
is to do a book with Hugh Hefner. Could you make it happen?
Oh my! I don't have pool there.
You don't have
unfortunately,
pool?
no.
You've never been to the Playboy Mansion?
God, I have.
You.
I have actually. I went to a party when I lived in LA. This is before wrestling.
Wow.
And went with I was a personal trainer out there, and I went with one of my clients, and I think I was overdressed. And my client
it
wore.
meant you had bra and panties on.
No, I was fully covered, jeans, probably a cute, sexy top. My client that I was training wore a fishnet dress with bra and a thong underneath it, and I was like,
I hope that was a woman.
it was a woman, and I
Okay.
was just like, I cannot believe. I felt like a mother. I was like, "Are you wearing that?" But evidently, she was overdressed there. So it was a good time. It was a good time.
So I hear you have action figures, or what do they call them, dolls? Or
No, we call them action figures.
Action-
I don't mind to say dolls. I mean, I don't mind, but the guys get really upset when you call them a doll. But I have 7 from WWE. One is coming out with TNA Impact Wrestling. I haven't received it yet, but
how do you not have it yet? It's you.
I know. I agree. We're the last to get this. Usually, and photos too. You went to the Comic-Con last year in
Yeah.
Chicago, and the fans bring pictures I've never seen before, and I'm like, can you
I
email
wish I had
this?
that- I wish I had that
I wish
one,
I
right?
had this collection. Yeah, and I was like, where did you get this? But I also will be at Comic-Con in Chicago in 2 weeks with Tori Wilson. She'll be spending it at my house. And have a little bit of TNA action there. There you go,
Okay,
Elliott.
boy.
Did I just complete your sentence?
yeah.
There you go.
Thank
He's
you
one
very
track.
much. I'll just sit here and
You're sweating. Why are you sweating?
Oh, I don't. I don't know.
So Hugh Hefner hasn't approached to be in his magazine yet.
He hasn't.
Would you do it?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I would have to. It depends. If we talked into it, I got talked into it.
Money
no,
talks.
but I do have a lot of young followers, and I have a good fan
that's
base.
tough to balance because you are, for lack of a better term, an extremely sexy woman,
Thank you.
and at the same time, you do have these kids who look up
I'm
to you.
probably like a lot of mothers come up to me and like, oh, you're my favorite. You're the only one that hasn't done anything really raunchy on
Right,
camera.
you're a strong and a good role model.
And yes, I always preach education, and I'm probably the one, the few that the kids are allowed to come up and talk to. But they're usually I'm a bad guy on television, and they're kind of scared. But I usually tell them that my enemy's not around, and I'm a pretty gentle person and nice until my enemy, my competitor, comes next to me. Then you'll see another side of me.
Now, I've seen you at the autograph booth. You can put a headlock on anybody that comes.
That's my favorite pose. I'm gonna have to think of something else this year at the Comic-Con. Huh?
No body slams?
I always give a headlock. No way! I'm not going there to get a workout. Some of these, I don't know if you see some of my fans. They're not very svelte. Some of them,
Some
but
of
there's a
them.
lot of
Sleeper
skinny.
hold?
Yeah, or choke slam. Something. I don't know. We got to think of something different, something clever, something unique. I don't know.
You're a smart young lady. You'll figure it out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will try.
You got to be in shape to wear the belt. That belt is heavy.
Hands off,
Uh-oh.
Dave.
Uh-oh, this
Come
studio
on.
could
This is
be
my-
wrecked in
this
a
is
matter
my-
of moments
Yeah, it
here,
is.
but I-
Can you see that on camera too?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is pretty heavy, and we have to walk with this around our waist. But I wear it everywhere. I post my blogs.
You go grocery
I
shopping?
go grocery shopping. I pump my gas in it. I'm very proud of this belt.
You know what? I got a role for you. I just thought you could wear that belt. What about Wonder Woman? I know they were casting that movie several months ago.
I've
You'd be
got a
perfect.
lot of tweets about that. I don't know. I don't know how to get.
You got the hair color, the physique. You could wear a belt, and you got the bling.
You want to be my agent?
I think your agent's on the other side of the glass. He might get
You got those Amazon bracelets that ward off all
Ching
that?
ching. Yeah. Yes. Right here.
That works.
Yeah.
Because I forgot
That's
who
a
they were
big
looking.
fan.
I don't know who they cast in that movie.
I don't know.
Because there was supposed to be a TV show, but I think that got canned.
It got canceled.
That got
Oh, they-
canceled, but they're doing the
Oh,
movie.
That would have been I would have been a fan of that.
It's hard to
Really?
replace Linda Carter. I'm sure she's been at the Comic-Con conventions.
Yeah.
Yes, I got to meet her.
What is
And,
she like?
Oh, so quiet. And I think you've seen my personality
Oh, yes.
at autograph sessions. I'm kind of wild and very loud.
Kinda.
And just kinda. And I'm meeting all these actors that, I watched as a child, Adam West, and they're like so quiet.
How does
and
he fit in the Batmobile? He's a big guy.
He's a big guy. He's very nice. They're all very super. Yeah. Batman, pow.
Did you pay $35 to sit in the Batmobile with him? That's what I heard he was charging last year.
I didn't have to pay. they came and got me, and they asked me if I would pose in the Batmobile and the motorcycle. The
Robin's motorcycle.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'll be honest with you, I was really excited about it when they asked me to come and pose with their vehicles. I was like, absolutely. So
It's like, okay, we could have Adam West or Burt Ward pose.
Or Tara.
Or we could have Tara. Gee, let me think this one over.
it was nice. No, they're super nice people too that run that booth.
Yeah.
Just stay out of the mystery machine with Scooby.
Oh, that'd be cool. Do they even have that?
They have the mystery machine. It was for sale a couple months ago up by
Really?
my house in Volo.
Oh my God, I was a huge Scooby-Doo fan.
Those Scooby snacks scare me.
Yeah, I know. I know. They do have that at the pet store. Scooby snack. Yeah, they do. They do.
So is Impact going to come up with a new championship belt so you can have one?
Well, this is the tag. I'm a tag champ along with Miss Tessmacher, and there is a women's championship belt that I am eyeballing, and Mickey James has it right now.
Ooh.
So we'll see. They have the pay-per-view coming up on Sunday, and I think she's wrestling Winter. That's going to be a great feud, and I'm excited to see that. So either one I have my eye on, Winter or Mickey James. I'm hoping Mickey James pulls it through, but because I had a match with Winter not too long ago, and she
Froze you
gave
out?
me a low blow, and
I thought only guys could get
no,
those.
it still hurts. It hurts girls
hurts?
too.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I can't believe you can't keep these belts. So once you lose
I
the belt, you
know.
lose the belt.
I know. It's
You
kinda
need
sad.
a good lawyer to.
Honestly, I didn't
to
put that in my
negotiate some,
negotiation. I know.
If only we
my
knew a
next
lawyer.
contract. My
I
next
wonder who.
contract. My goodness. But
So how long are you going to keep this up?
as long as my body can handle it.
Okay.
Honestly, I do year to year on my contract, and just to listen to my body, I want to be 100% out there. I don't want people to feel sorry for me coming down the ramp. I want to go out there and still kick butt and give a good show.
And
So
she's got to cook, too. I mean, she's got her
I was
hands
gonna
full.
say,
I got to cook. I have a restaurant
not
coming.
this restaurant. If a guy or somebody doesn't want to pay their bill, they
They have to deal with me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have that problem.
Okay.
What kind of food is it going to be?
You will.
It's a secret.
You'll know. Yeah, it's our secret, but you'll know on reallisamarie.com. We'll keep you posted.
Because you're what,
Yeah.
Turkish and Puerto Rican descent,
But
right?
it probably won't have anything to do with that. It's a good concept. We are looking to move into a place, but we're not on the same page with money, and we're going to re-gut this restaurant that's existing, but it's not doing so well. Re-gut it, do our new concept, our food, and it's going to be beautiful. We have great ideas.
We're getting the signal to wrap it up.
Oh, wrap it up.
Oh,
Wrap it
That's no
up.
fun.
Oh, that's sad.
Just
Thank you
throw
for
it-
having me, guys.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for coming
Thank
on.
you so
we always
much.
enjoy being had by somebody as gracious and beautiful as you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
thought he was
I'll
talking
pay
to
you
me.
later.
Okay.
I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying, David.
Thank you
All
again
right.
for your time. There was Lisa Marie Varon.